Well, it's extremely difficult to get Mr. E. Sridharan. You can look at the crowd. He's just finished a program here and it's difficult for him to get out after a program. Are you even getting used to this yet?
Getting used to, that's all. But
the selfie culture, people getting around you, mask required for COVID times, is it
I am used to it. Even the official positions, very often this sort of crowd surrounds me and difficult to get out of the crowd.
So popularity follows you.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sridharan, so tell me something. You've been talking at every place that you've been going about how at the age of 88, you saw no other political option. And things were around you a mess and you wanted to clean it up. You wanted to get the infrastructure right.
Yes.
What exactly is on your mind? Would you be able to do this in a position that you've chosen, the party that you've chosen? Would you be able to do it?
Yes, in 5 years' time this is possible. Why? When I joined the Cochin shipyard, for example, in 2 months I completely changed work culture and the attitude of the people. In 2 months' time. Is that possible here also? Why not?
But what are you looking at? Are you looking at a win for yourself? Are you looking a win for BJP as a government? BJP is, it has only one MLA in Kerala as of now.
That is true. That is how any organization starts, isn't it? Now Tripura you have seen, there was no MLA at all. How did they capture power? In Delhi, see the Aam Aadmi Party, they did not have any base there. They captured power in second election itself. It is possible. Now, this is the best time for BJP really to capture power because people are fed up with the two fronts, LDF and UDF. So I have very great hopes that BJP will be able to form the government this time.
Right. You're contesting against the candidate here. First, let me start with Palakkad. The candidate here is a Congress MLA. Sitting MLA, and he's around 38 years old. How do you see his work? Have you been following his work?
I have not tried to analyze his performance, but you have heard the example how that interstate terminal for the last 7 years, nothing has moved. It will take another 2-3 years. And worse is, even if the terminal work is over, that is of no use to the city. That is the worst part of it. So much of money is being spent. This is the way we are wasting our taxpayers' money and we are not getting any benefit out of it.
So what are you giving, what are you offering Palakkad?
I am definitely expecting Palakkad, as I mentioned earlier, the best mandalam in Kerala in 2 years' time.
In 2 years' time?
Yes.
The best?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
All basic facilities here, we don't have even one solid state management system here. That takes only 6 months to be put in position. Then water supply problems, you have to solve it quickly. Mosquito problems, can you change it? Then cleanliness to this whole city, clean. It's only 2 months job. You can completely change the face of the city in no time.
All right. How's the kind of response that you're getting from people? It's extremely hot here. Are you managing it? I mean, you're not sweating it out. You're not going from morning till night out campaigning. That's not happening with you. You're taking your sweet time, keeping a schedule for 2 hours in the evening, 2 hours in the morning.
I've got the foot soldiers working for me, foot soldiers. Every voter in this mandalam will be met personally. In addition, I am making out a personal appeal which will touch their heart.
This is on video?
No, written.
Written?
Yes. That message will go to everyone.
When will this go?
Within a week's time. I was waiting for the nomination to be given. That appeal is getting ready. It's in Malayalam. That appeal, what I'm saying is, if you feel I can make a change, then vote for me. If you don't feel, I'm not bothered. It is for you. It is not for me.
Right. Mr. Sridharan, I heard people listening to you with rapt attention. But tell me something, when you look at the national politics, the BJP, even in Kerala, is now bringing in issues like love jihad. It's saying that, listen, Kerala, there's a lot of instances of love jihad. They're bringing in a lot of such issues during the campaigns. Is that something you agree with?
I will not like to enter into that particular subject because it's a controversial thing. You see, I am only looking for doing things in a very straightforward and transparent way, keeping everybody on our side. Whether belonging to any religion doesn't matter. Unless we unitedly work, the state cannot come up. I'm looking for that. You cannot antagonize one section of people. You cannot isolate them from the mainstream. Everybody has to be together to bring the country forward.
But ideologically, do you see eye to eye with BJP? Do you totally agree with everything that they do, including, these, what you mentioned as controversial issues?
I may not agree entirely, but you see the overall situation. Unless we have a party like BJP now to come to rule the state will be gone.
Why do you say so?
That is what has happened. Last 20 years, what has happened here? How many of our people are getting jobs here? You see, don't be guided by free meals or free packets they are distributing, that too with central government's money. Don't be pulled by this sort of thing. We want sustained sustenance for the people here. That is not coming. Why should the Kerala fellow go out of this state to work? Because he has no opportunities here. You see the state of affairs, the unemployment here or underemployment here, it is shocking. Do you know postgraduate engineering students working as TTEs, ticket collectors in railways today here? Why? Because they have no other alternative. You must bring industry to the state.
Mr. Sridharan, you're this national figure that everybody looks up to. I have two more questions to ask you, Mr. Sridharan. Do you see India today as much more polarized, as much more communalized than when you were growing up during your earlier days?
Not at all. This theory is only by the people who don't like Modi government. But majority of people have accepted Modi, isn't it? See the way the country has progressed today. People who are opposed to him, they all find out small errors here and there. That is not fair. That's not fair. You see, in 7 years, what has happened in this country? What progress? If Modi had not been the Prime Minister, Jammu and Kashmir would have gone away from India by this time.
So you agree with what has happened
Yes,
there in terms of the cutoff of the internet for so many days? They did not have any way of communication.
What? It's only a small little sacrifice one has to do for the sake of the country. Don't make a small little thing a huge mountain out of it. This is unfair. This is what, unfortunately, our media is doing. And the media is all being purchased by the opposite parties. Please don't ask me these sort of questions.
Sure.
Ask positive questions, please.
Mr. Sridharan, what would you tell your voters in the sense that
You have heard me just now.
No.
What I am promising to voters, you have already heard.
Yes. So there is
nothing more I have to say.
There's a section of voters that say, oh wow, E. Sridharan is so admired, he's like an icon. And then there is another section of voters that say, we really like E. Sridharan, but why did he have to choose a party like BJP in Kerala?
Yeah, there is always some people against me. Do you know, yesterday I had a press conference. One pressman asked me, it appears when you are MD DMRC, you have given contracts to your son and son-in-law, this sort of thing you're asking. Can you ever imagine this sort of thing? Is this the way to vilify a person? Why our media is going to such a low level? Why don't you see the good things in a person? The good things in the country? It's only concentrating on negative matters.
Right. 88 and you're going strong? Totally strong, vehement in what you're believing?
Certainly. That is why I have decided to enter politics.
You'll be able to take it on, sir, with all, there's so much of to and fro in politics, people accusing, finding. It's not just about an individual, it's about an ideology at times. Would you be able to take it all?
Oh, yes, certainly. I have no difficulty at all for this. I'll be able to sublimate all criticisms, all insults I will sublimate, but I will still try to do things in a proper and fair manner. You see, I have seen in the worst of conditions, if you are sincere, if you are working for the people, people will appreciate it. Wherever I went, they first told me you can't work here. When I came to Kerala for Kochi Metro, everybody told me you won't survive here. You can't repeat your performance of Delhi here. But what happens? When they see the way I have worked, everybody has appreciated it. The same Kerala people. Only, you see, the politics should be for the good of the country, not for gaining votes.
But isn't that also part of politics, getting votes? Isn't it also huge? And some may say that, all political parties, including BJP, have been doing that.
No, certainly in politics, there is a Janadhipatyam. If people will decide who should be in power, that is necessary. But not doing it in a way that only your own people get all the benefits. That is what has happened in the government. You see, every organization, everybody is headed by a leftist person. Even universities, vice chancellors, can you imagine this? They are being picked up and posted not on merit basis, whether he is a party loyal or not. This is not the way. You see, this is one thing. I don't know what is wrong with our media. They only want to see the dark side of things, not the bright side of things, and try to help the country. The role of the media should be to join the struggle for bringing the country forward.
Right. What do you think is the reason that BJP has not been able to grow beyond one MLA in Kerala all these years?
That is, see, BJP started late here, first of all. And only after Modi came to power in 2014, BJP started really growing fast. And it has grown very fast. Now 7 years, the growth of BJP you see in Kerala has been tremendous, stupendous. And if this rate goes, this election itself will show how BJP has grown here.
Mr. Ishwadhan, how do you see, the court gave a verdict on Sabarimala. There was so much of protests on the streets, most of it even political. The left, now with the elections here, the opposition, including the BJP and the Congress, have gone ahead and already said they will not allow women between the menstruating years to enter Sabarimala. LDF government has said, listen, the court verdict will come out and we'll talk to all stakeholders. How do you see this, sir?
You see, you should not at all hurt the sentiments of any community, not Hindus alone. Any community should not hurt. The court has given a verdict, but the court has not told the government that stealthily they should take ladies with police escort and take to the government. Court has not said that. Why did the government do it? Why did the government do it?
The government has said they were not the ones who took these.
They only, there is ample proof for that. And people who are trying to stop it, they filed cases of everyone, they put them behind bars. The way the government harassed the Sabari pilgrims is something nobody will tolerate it, no society will tolerate this.
Right. But here the court had said that women of all ages can go.
Yeah, but there is an appeal gone for that, isn't it? Instead of government standing with the people, the government is wanting to oppose the people straight away, try to trample them down. Nobody will take it long.
Right. But if the court does say allow all women?
Even if the court says that, I am sure the people will still continue to observe and respect the sentiments of the people, the pilgrims. They will do it.
Right.
But the government should not sabotage it with police help.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ishwadhan, for talking to us. May the best candidate win. And all the very best to you, Mr. Sridharan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.